We do not switch confidence on. You actually just uncover it. Okay, you got to think about this like a cathedral, like the Notre Dame built over years, centuries. Got the broad pillars, this is who you believe you are. It's holding you up in the space where every moment, specific action, what you can do right now is either echoing or cracking, is building up or breaking down. And most people hear the echo and they call that confidence. Few actually study the stone work that makes the echo echo. Hey, y'all, welcome to the Mental Performance Playbook, where we are breaking down elite mental strategies and delivering them in actionable exercises for you to apply immediately. My name's Gabe Rummel, mental performance coach, founder of The Athlete's Health, creator of It's for No Gym, and here of the Mental Performance Playbook. So you can take actionable exercises. So I can give them out for free so you can use them, so you can see some connections on topics and implement them, whether it's for the athlete, for the coach, or for the parent, to learn these skills, to learn how we can actually get reps of them and to strengthen it. Now, this week, now that's strengthening, by the way, for performance, for confidence, for handling the pressure, for just having more fun and handling the stress in the game of sport. This week, however, is going to be slightly different. We're going to be looking at confidence, but actually the harsh truth of confidence. Now, last week was going to be a Halloween episode, but I was bouncing all over the place in the state of Iowa. And I actually also got sick. I lost my voice. Halloween's maybe my favorite holiday, so it kind of sucked. But we're here now, gonna go over the harsh truth of confidence, because we're really start to ramp everything up here. Everything's gonna get ramped up. Going TAH full time here soon. I've got a lot of updates to drop, but that is why I want to make sure we know the harsh truths of confidence, because it seems like people think it's just so easy, or it's this and that surface level. You see it online. The Dunning-Kruger effect. People think they know it all, and then they talk about it. But really, the more you know, the more you realize there's more to know. So we got 4 big ideas that I want you to sit with, that I want you to think about throughout this episode of the Mental Performance Playbook, where we are analyzing it, making you understand the script so you can go out and take it. Let's dive into these. Okay, now the first big idea is that we have 2 names and the same illusion. Now, this is talking about self-concept and self-efficacy. Stay with me here, okay? Stay with me. Self-concept is something like, I'm a confident person. I'm a confident person. I walk in with my head held high, chest tall. I'm a confident person. That is self-concept. And it's a wide angle identity. It's wide about yourself. It's wide about how you see yourself. Now, we go specific into, I can hit this pitch, or I can easily defend this guy. This is self-efficacy. Now, this is a zoomed in lens. The reason I am starting with this is because a lot of times the athletes that I work with, or that we start to analyze more, or in the club setting, or wherever we're at, we get frustrated with the wide angle, that self-concept, that I'm a confident person. We get frustrated when it doesn't match the zoom in, when we want, I can hit this pitch. But the harsh truth is that confidence, or that consistency in the confidence, lives in the fit between the two. We have to balance them. It's a juggling act. We have to know how to use them, when to use them, how to connect them. And so I want us to think about a couple things here, because this one is more so dropping the harsh truth on you. And we're not going to have as many specific exercises and steps to walk through them. We do. We actually, the second one, I got 7 things I want you to think about. I know it's a lot, but it's going to allow us to really open up and see, this is specifically what I need to train. It's like if we're going to go to all of our max out and tests at the start of track season. Okay, we know I need to get better at my lunge. Or, okay, the blocks are where I'm struggling at. My 540 is good, but the blocks, I'm slow out of them. I need to learn to get the big steps. And that's exactly what we're doing. So I want us to make sure we're thinking about the identity and situation and when they disagree. Okay, you, yourself, and I, and the situations that we're talking about, when are they working together and when are they apart? Which ones do you trust to reveal the true philosophy under pressure, to the true thought under pressure? Is it that wide range of self-concept of I'm great? Or is it that self-efficacy of I can hit the shot? And the second part of this is, are you borrowing yesterday's story to solve today's problem? Think about this for a second. Yesterday is history. Tomorrow's a mystery. We only got today. That's why it's called the present. You know, that's a classic saying. But there's truth behind it in the identity piece of what do you have to face today? And yes, what happened yesterday can help with today, but are you trying to just bring that along to solve what's happening today, to improve that confidence? If that is the only thing we're using for our confidence today, we might have some problems. If we want to make sure we bring that confidence, we want to make sure that we can master the specific experience. So, like today, what we are facing today, drive that zoom lens in. Okay, this is going to identify what we are doing and it will help follow the evidence. It's not just that self concept or what we were thinking yesterday, because today is a whole new thing. So, zoom in again. And before I move on, I just want to make sure we're following this self concept, wide range. I am a confident person. Self efficacy now is the individual pieces that we're going to do. Realistically, we need to combine these into one. And we need to look at that for yourself. Now, that's where we're getting at with number 2 here. Number 2, I got these 7 streams that are going to feed our confidence. That confidence is hungry. It's a hungry dog. It needs to eat. It needs to eat. These are going to be the ways for that to happen. And if we need another way to think about this, it's going to be like a lot of little rivers. It's not one river. Okay, it's 7 streams and they ebb and flow. Sometimes it gets wide, sometimes it shrinks, sometimes it swells. Eventually though, boom, our rivers are coming together for that confidence. So let me walk through these super fast, okay? I'm not going to spend a lot of time on them, but I want you to think about these. These are different ways to build that confidence. Ideally, by the end of this, you're going to understand this harsh truth that there is so much more that comes into it than just stepping onto the court, on the field, just being a confident person. Number 1 is performance accomplishments. Now, performance accomplishments are proof that you have done a thing. If you did something yesterday and you're doing the same thing again today, boom, you're going to be more confident. But if what you're doing today is different, that performance accomplishment, it might not help out as much. But you can have number 2, vicarious experience. This is living through someone else. This is someone like you or someone that you're looking up to is doing it. We humans have this special ability, because I bet you're a human listening to this, to see someone else doing it and put ourselves in the picture that we are doing it where they're doing it. It's crazy. This is a second way to increase that confidence, is living through them, vicarious experience. Someone like you is doing it. Number 3 is verbal persuasion. This is where credible words that you're actually going to believe are going to help you do it. This is where, if we want to talk those affirmation statements, which I'm not really a huge fan of, but if we actually believe them, it's going to help us out. If we step up there and say, I can face this guy, I can face this girl, I know I can. Then if we actually believe that and we're saying it, then we're good to go. Otherwise, we can tie that into number 4 of imagining experiences. Now, maybe to say that, we hype ourselves up a little bit more with actually rehearsing it in the mind, of seeing it, of feeling it, having that vision, the touch, owning it. It's not just seen, but it's actually all the pieces of it, of you doing it right then and there, which ties us into number 5 of the physiological state. Not just getting that feel when you're thinking about it, but actually what physiologically is going on in the body. Do you get those butterflies? Can you line them up in the same direction? Does that heart start beating a little bit more? Do you know how to corral it and take that energy like you're some person on an anime show or movie that's harnessing that energy and blasting it out. That's the physiological state. Use it to your advantage because you're going to get worked up. Put that emotion into what you're doing because that ties us into the next thing. The sixth piece of emotion, the story behind it, the story behind what the body is, who you are. What is the emotion? Who are you competing against? What ties this together in a package to make it one and make it move forward? Are you angry? Are you excited? Can you not wait till the next time you play them because you know you had a little bit more in the tank and it just didn't turn out right? Confidence, emotion breeds it. And last one is number 7, imagined or simulated. Now, this is slightly different from the ones above, where this is your own internal run through. Ideally, you're in the situation. We can go on this in some other type of time, but ideally, you are there. Competition isn't happening right now, but you're seeing it all happen. You're feeling it all happen. You are purposely putting yourself in that situation and running that simulation. Now, that was a lot. That's 7 streams. That's 7 different areas. Listen back to that and see which one. Ideally, you just pick up one. Ideally, you just pick up one of those and you can use that to help your confidence. Otherwise, I'll ask you if it's okay, is what stream maybe is overdeveloped for you? But maybe that's a good thing. Maybe we want to lean into that. Is there one that's bone dry? Is there one that you're like not using at all? Or maybe you tried it once, it didn't really work, and you just haven't gone back to it. Now, if you're walking through that and you're like, I don't know if I even, I don't know if I really do any of that. I mean, yeah, I go to practice and stuff, and I practice, but I don't do much of that. Ding, ding, ding. That used to be me. Instead of just yell louder or getting yelled at louder, what if we quietly try to build some of these up? What if we can use these streams? Among them, there's probably some that you have a little more mastery in. Now, those can carry the most weight, and that is totally okay. But the others are also going to are going to paint that picture of how you are interpreting your proof, your yesterday, and helping it for today. So it's not just that self confidence and it's not just that self efficacy, but it's the whole concept and it's tying it all together. Use some of these streams. As we move into number 3, I love this one. This one's a little bit out there, but there's so much truth to it. And I have research that backs it up. I have the citation right here. So if you need it, let me know. But this is the expectation architecture, the self-fulfilling prophecy, right? These expectations do not just predict, but they actually allocate where your attention is going. They point it, they put it in this direction, in that direction. They put your attention, your reps, your patient all into a place. Now, this all comes back from your expectations of what you think is going to happen. A coach's quiet belief in you or your own private contract with yourself. This redistributes, this puts things in different places of the opportunities. It puts it in your path long before the scoreboard is even telling anything or the PT, that playing time, makes it known what is happening. Confidence is going to bloom where the expectations are already cleared, watered, and soiled. This is the architecture. You have to build it. You have to have that blueprint, even though you have no idea that that building can actually be built, but you have the architecture there, and that is the expectation of where you're going to be going. Whose expectations are you carrying without consent? What are you actually thinking of through your games? Now, you might be saying like, dude, it's reality. Like, I'm not going to play behind a bunch of Division 1 basketball players. I like using basketball or we could go wrestling. Like, only one person gets that varsity spot. Like, dude, I mean, there's 2 other people in my weight class and they're really dang good. Okay, you do your wrestle offs. What expectation are you actually carrying? How much more actual physical practice have they put in? But how much more other pieces have they put in? How much have you put in compared to them? Another way to think about this is your self-fulfilling prophecy, right? Like, you will be the chosen one. If you're thinking some Harry Potter or something. Okay, if there's a camera tracking them, which often does happen in the movies, okay, aren't they doing something different than most people are doing? If there's a camera tracking you, your reps, your feedback, the minutes to go, your thoughts, is it going to expose the prophecy, or is it going to show what you are already building and how it strengthens that prophecy that is going to be created? I told you about research for this one because I know it's a little bit out there, but expectancies, what we expect, really do shape our feedback and our opportunity. It nudges the performance towards that forecasted future that we paint for ourselves. But it comes back to expectation being the architecture, being the building blueprint of where we are wanting to go. Those who think they can't are right, is Henry Ford, a great, great entrepreneur in the history. Understand your self-fulfilling prophecy, use the streams of the river, come back to that self-concept and self-efficacy to build that confidence. And last piece that I have for us today is the clarity and composure piece and how these are upstream of confidence. Now, there's no secret that I keep expanding and building the athlete's health, and I keep learning more and more and more as we do this, right? My framework used to be there. You have to know where you're going, what's holding you back. Then you get confident and you can start going up that hill. And then you're going to have to stay composed for the bumps along the way. And this is still the same framework. But honestly, it's also almost like a triangle where confidence is at the top and the clarity and composure feed in to that confidence, because it really does seem like confidence is downstream of the two quieter skills of clarity and the composure. You have to stay available to do it and keep that confidence. Clarity really just decides what matters, right? Where you're going. Composure preserves it. It lets you access it under the noise, under everything that's happening, and have you keep that heartbeat calm or whatever it needs to be in the moment. Confidence is really just the feel that those are still in reach. What matters is still there. And this is why the clarity and composure are just two huge, huge pieces in us building this. All right. Is that confidence problem, right? He just doesn't have the confidence on the court. It seems like when it actually comes down to it, they just can't do it on the field. He's just not. I mean, is it actually a clarity problem? Is there anything unclear that we have going on? Maybe one person has an idea of where the season's going, another person, the actual athlete, has something else. Or is it a composure problem? Is we need to actually handle the stress more when it's there? We're confident. It's just when things happening, that confidence is lost. We need to learn different ways to do it. The composure and clarity pieces oftentimes can help us improve that confidence. And if you go back to those 7 streams I was talking about earlier, how many of those are really clarity pieces? You're seeing more, you're seeing clear. How many of them are composure pieces, tying you into those big moments? If we can reappraise, if we can rethink about, reanalyze the arousal, the steadying attention, that can shift the performance then. It can make us think, okay, even when the confidence is a little shaky, we can do something, we can reappraise it, because that access to the clarity and the confidence is always going to be that bravado of, I got this. All right. I've ran through these a couple times now, but a lot more to confidence than meets the eye. And that is the harsh truth of it. It takes more than just one training session. It takes more than just one game. It takes that repeatedness. It's that whole identity and just the individual little piece. It's that self-fulfilling prophecy. It's that building the archetype. It's that clarity piece and the composure piece, tying it all, right? Confidence is not the mood, but it's the structure around it. As we are building that structure, don't just chase those loud echoes that we were talking about at the start. Try and use the stonework. Build your own confidence chapel. Now, if you need a little bit more help behind this, I'm just going to plug it one more time, but check out our training. If you haven't done a free training session with us at The Athlete's Health, check it out at theathleteshealth.com. I would love to work with you. Otherwise, join up the Frenoic Gym. We're getting social media planning to really, really be pushing that out come December, right before the new year. So check out, we're going to have free versions of the Frenoic Gym and a paid membership version. Otherwise, Keep checking us out on socials as we're revamping that. And check out our mental performance playbook. We'll keep dropping these exercises for you. If you like this, please leave a 5-star review. Otherwise, I will catch you next week because I'm not sick anymore. So I'll make sure we get these out. My name's Gabe Rummel. Peace.